First off, I think we need to do the first thing, which is thank our sponsors. Halo Boost, we have new merch coming out very, very shortly. Very excited about that. We're buying, and by we I mean me, some really, really expensive merch. I love how we can see that there. As you guys can see, this is the first podcast where we're doing video and photo and professional audio. It's going to get better and better. Isn't that right, Chad?
It is, for sure, right.
This is Chad GPT. I call him Chad GPT, also Giga Chad, because of the amount of AI and Chad GPT that he uses. He's addicted. First, shout out to Halo Boost. Be holy. We want to thank Halo Boost for sponsoring the podcast. We also want to say that we're powered by gradecoin.crypto. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
No,
Okay, can we kick into the gradecoin.crypto? No. You know what? You're Mr. Host, dude. You tell me.
So recently I heard you went on a trip to Denver. I just had a few questions about that. Can you talk about your experience in Denver?
Denver was whack.
It was whack.
Denver, okay, I have to be careful because I have a lot of people who are going to be watching this show who are friends from Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Denver last week it's called EthDenver, like an Ethereum conference Denver type of thing, where the Web3 experts of the world meet, they brainstorm, they come up with cool ideas, they build stuff using Web3 technology. I don't know, to be honest, Chad, it just felt a little like ungrounded. It didn't feel like there were like tangible goals. I don't understand how quite yet we're going to build a Web3 universe in Costa Rica, but apparently they tell me that can happen.
Yeah.
I don't know, if I'm being honest, I'm very Catholic and I just like what we're doing over here a little bit. I think we're trying to utilize Web3 technologies for like to solve real problems. They are too. I don't know, it just wasn't my vibe. But you had a cousin who was at EthDenver too, right?
I did.
Okay, so I'm not going to hate on anyone in Web3. We love Web3. We are powered by Gradecoin. We own the domain www.gradecoin.crypto. That's a wallet address. We love Web3. We're a Web3 company. We're a blockchain education company. But our focus as business people is like, okay, well, how are we going to monetize this? That's very important.
So for all these Web3 people watching, all these people that are coming into Web3, like what were some common themes or things that you learned and noticed?
Did Chat GPT ask me this, or is this Chad GPT?
This is Chad GPT.
Common themes I saw was the importance of publishing your own content, owning your own content, and I noticed that the people that do this best are using AI in their normal everyday workflow to pump out art, concepts. I have guys who are so articulate and they use Chat GPT and they will literally say, can you make this sound better for me? Succinct. Yeah. So I think the number one takeaway is how can you utilize AI? I remember Naval, he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. He has a really, really famous tweet thread. And it was all about, hey, you have a room full of robots and data servers that never used to be available to you, and now you have that. So put it to work because it's free generally.
Yeah.
So 1, use AI productively. 2, publish content. I don't care if anyone reads it. That's not the point. The point is that you can tell people that you have a blog. You can tell people you have a website. You can tell people you wrote a book. And then they take you more seriously. This is all about the kind of the magic of projecting out to people what you want them to see about you. Yeah. And so Tucker and I actually spoke, Mr. Tech Guy, we spoke to an ex-Google engineer this morning, current Gitcoin member. I mean, what I noticed, Chad, what was interesting was that within tech, we're all on a spectrum somewhere, right? The guys who are really spectrumy, they found their way out of the corporate world for some reason. They found their way out of Google, and those tech people, they found themselves in Web3. So the question is never going to be, change yourself. The question is, how can you find something that, I guess, a lane that works for you?
The last thing for this Web3 conference, what was your biggest takeaway? Just from the whole conference.
Am I allowed to say that Web3 is most, like, 98% of the Web3 stuff right now is not going to be here in a year. 2 years from now. It's just not.
I agree.
But if it's used properly, here's the other thing. I realized that if you go to in real life events, it's easier to make contacts and then it's easier to push your content out digitally.
Yeah, makes sense.
Once you make those contacts. So That's
those
what I
who
would
aren't
say.
aware, do you want to explain Web3?
That's a great point, Tucker.
That's
How
our
would-
camera guy, Tuck, over there.
Tuck, we love Tuck.
Come in front of the camera for a second.
Yeah, can you show the
Say hi.
pan?
Camera guy.
Now, is that an auto zoom, Tuck? Did that go straight? I think that zoomed right in on you perfectly. You're focused.
I don't know.
What is the definition of Web3? Good. We want to make this educational. Web3 is defined best as the next evolution of the internet. The internet as we know it today and how we interact with it, they have a lot of pieces underneath it that you may not know. How text is rendered on a screen, you don't need to know. The fact is now Web3 means that we're moving to a world where people, individual people, own their data rather than a corporation owning your data. So the whole concept behind Web3 is decentralization. They want to take power away from these big corporate institutions and put the power back to the grassroots types of things. Using blockchain technology, what's called blockchain, which is, we'll talk about that at some point. But it's just a chain of data blocks. That's all it is, and it makes sure that you have something that's very, very secure. Supposedly, it's supposed to be censor-proof. Supposedly, you can, we can unleash tokens. We'll do all that stuff. But the easiest thing for you to know is that Web3 is the new evolution of the internet. You need to learn about what it is because it's probably not. It won't be probably for like 5 years from now. Guys, remember when you don't remember this? Neither do I, because I was 5 years old at the time. But when email first came out, no one knew what it was. Everyone undersold it, and everyone's like, "Why would you want to send a digital email?"
Yeah.
Well, now no one sends normal mail. Everyone sends email. But what's happening now is the same thing that the internet did for communication. The internet is now going to do for money. And once you can understand that transition, you can get a big bag. And that's what it's all about, right?
It's a new big place to make a lot of money.
It is.
So I work out consistently around 6 days a week. I know you work out and you do MMA. So how's your experience in MMA so far?
Why don't you tell me what did I tell you yesterday about your workout?
Thinks I'm getting too big.
I think he's getting too big. I think you do want to lift and be strong. You do not want to injure ligaments. You don't want to injure joints.
Yep.
And you don't
just
want
gotta stay in shape.
But you don't want to be a beefcake.
Exactly. You don't want to be too big. It's the goal. It's stay athletic.
Stay athletic and lean. So I don't lift weights anymore. I'm 33. Chad, how old are you?
I'm only 17.
Okay, so you can do that, but Mr.
Still
Lamar
growing.
can't do that. But workout journey, how important is getting those endorphins for you though? Working out.
It just feels so good. I just gotta stay in shape. I feel like if I don't work out, I don't feel the best. Nothing like.
What'd you give up
just
for
ruins my
Lent,
day. It's like a secret between me and God.
Oh.
I pray a lot more now than I should have been earlier, so I feel a lot closer to God during these times.
Did you know that sometimes men, especially Catholics, Christians, they're way too. I think we're too wide open saying the things that we struggle with, things that we're giving up, and some things are just meant to be kept private between you and God. That's why we have that. You have questions for me. I have questions for you.
Is there?
Bible verse of the day. This isn't. I don't know if we're doing a Christian.
I think we can do it.
Is that okay?
I like it.
For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. I'm being very cautious with how we talked. Tucker and I talked to Gary today. It's like very rarely does it make sense to take revenge on someone.
Oh, speaking of talking, yesterday we had a very, very successful meeting with
Oh boy.
a business professor from Missouri.
Do you want to end on that?
I mean,
No, like we'll talk about this.
yeah, we'll come back to that a little later.
Okay. So yeah, just Romans. I would say I wrote this down. I'm trying to be peaceful. I gave up. I'm doing one meal a day for Lent. I felt like that was sufficient to start. I wanted to go 40 days of not eating, but it does draw you closer to God. And what else are you going to do? You have to start working on business. It's no excuses.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And so what did I said to him last night, we're playing our little video game session, and I told Chad, man, this stinks. I'm super hungry, and this is wicked hard. And you know what Chad said? That's the point. I was like, dude, no mercy, no excuses. We should call the podcast now No Mercy. Because Chad has none. We still recording? So, I'm 186 pounds. I'm supposed to be fighting at 170. Let's see if we can do this in a healthy manner. Boost merch coming. Boost hats coming. Gradecoin.crypto stuff coming. No excuses after dark, hopefully, coming. No excuses official YouTube podcast coming.
It's all developing.
Telegram, this kid is linked in now on a Telegram network with all of the Web3 media contacts. So once we launch GradeCoin, people are going to know about it. And we had a meeting yesterday that Chad set up. I walk into the room and I just have to sit down. Chad is easy money sniper. We have a meeting with a leading blockchain IBM associated professor at the University of Missouri, Professor J. Scott Christensen. Shout outs to Professor
Your inspiration
Christensen.
and innovation.
He's an inspiration. He's an innovator. We had a 30-minute Zoom call with this dude. Do you want to tell people like what happened, like how it went?
I don't know. He just loved the idea. Originally, it was all from his idea, so we just evolved from that. He said we evolved from anywhere where he could have gone, and I just think it was crazy. And he's going to help us in many ways, he said, and we're going to help him as much as we can too.
He's setting up a warm introduction for you guys that are watching on YouTube. A warm introduction. Don't just go up cold calling. Just don't go up to someone and say, hey, my name is, you can do that. But a more effective strategy sometimes is to have what's called a warm introduction, meaning you have someone introduce you that you already know personally. I like that Tucker's there because I just talked to Tucker. Should we shout him out?
I think we can give him a shout out.
His name is
future guest on the podcast.
A future collab would be, his name is Andreas Antonopoulos.
Yep.
And how many Twitter followers does this guy have?
I think he's got around 800,000, which is
It's
insane.
875,000 last I checked, and he's in the Bitcoin space.
Yep.
So we're looking to have Professor Christensen on, Mr. Antonopoulos on. We're looking to be putting out some media and press to them.
Yep.
And by the way, you want to know how we're going to make this podcast the biggest entrepreneurship podcast in the world? Because we're going to start paying people in GradeCoin to watch, to like, to subscribe, to repost content. I got students calling me like crazy. I'm putting out storms left and right. Lent is becoming even more of a challenge. I thought I was supposed to sacrifice, and I was supposed to. I don't know. I just thought I was going to give something up for God, and God was just going to make life easier. But that doesn't seem how it works. It's not how it works.
Nope.
Okay. Well, the podcast is named No Excuses. Be on the lookout for merch. It's coming. We're taking over YouTube. We're not even asking permission. We're just going to start bodying people. It's the best business programming. We're going to teach you everything that you need to know about Web3, about entrepreneurship, about branding yourself, and maybe, and just maybe, if you get in early enough, you can get yourself a little crypto bag. But please don't sell crypto and crash the price down past $100 because that will really screw things up for me and Chad.
Yeah. Before we end, I think this is our first video pod. I think we should just end with some future goals for our business, our podcast, and just life in general.
Talk. What do you got? Give me one.
Business, I want GradeCoin to be just blow up. It's gonna go crazy. I got a good feeling it will. Think by end of summer, fall 2023.
Surge, you got a goal?
Surge, come on the camera.
Surge, come here.
Photographer over here. What are some life goals you got, man? It's coming up in the next few months.
You know, I'm trying to get better at photography,
Let's go.
That's good.
But,
a lot of money.
I'm trying to help Mr. Juan, doing the best that I can, the best that we can. Hopefully this crew that we got going can make it a long way.
Yep.
Anything else? Oh, my turn. Let's see. Yeah, blowing up GradeCoin.crypto is super important. Getting $1 million bag before summer is super important. Getting the new BMW M Sport, not the Brokey M Sport inline package is super important. Setting up our foundation and having people pay me through the foundation so my tax situation is better, super important. Tucker?
Tucker, you got some life goals?
What are some goals, Tucker? Hold on, I'm bringing it over to Tucker.
Get the podcast larger, get Boost out there.
We're buying like $500 worth of merch this weekend, so you guys better be freaking thankful.
Get a couple hats.
This podcast, hopefully, when do you think we'll be live?
I think it should be live
By Monday?
By Monday, I think.
Yeah, within next week.
We'll get consistent podcasts around 25 minutes of video an episode. I think we got a plan today. Maybe Mondays.
Monday, do the content every Monday.
Every Monday.
Hey, why not?
You guys be seeing us a lot. We're gonna be all over your short form content, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter,
all over YouTube.
Everywhere.
Yo, we're also trying to figure out the No Excuses aesthetic, like our artistic brand. Like, if you haven't signed up for Midjourney, shout out to Midjourney. Please look them up. You can try it for free.
Unofficial sponsor.
Unofficial sponsor powered by Midjourney. They create all of our AI art, and it's super crazy. Like, you can just say imagine, and we'll imagine anything. But we're still trying to figure out the No Excuses brand.
Yeah.
But obviously,
feel free to comment anything you guys want.
make something in AI and submit it to us. We'll probably
some
have a
fan art.
Discord
We'll pay
channel.
you guys some grade coin.
We'll pay you a big bag of grade coin. You can impress your friends.
Yeah.
You know, grade coin might be worth like 0.0001 cent right now, but trust me, I know within a year it's going to blow up. Summer's an aggressive goal because summer's coming close, but it doesn't matter. Also, I do want to say a shout out to all my people who are actually working normal jobs. There's nothing wrong with being a wagie. I know it's a popular term. There's nothing wrong with that. And we've all start there. You get a little job. That's your cash flow. Do what you got to do. Start cash flowing your other things.
Yep.
Slowly quit the wagie job and become a bag holder. Merch, we'll be raffling that stuff off. So I got to go. These people are going crazy. One love, everyone. No excuses.
Serge, you want to say something?
Send us out, Serge.
So,
You know, appreciate everyone for tuning in.
What's up, buddy?
You know, we're gonna blow up one day. Hope everyone knows that.
Where are you?
all right. Thanks, Mr. Wong. Thanks, Serge. Thank our camera guy, Tucker. Just no excuses from here on out. See you guys later. Peace.
Praise God.